I want to discuss the topic of, is English really lovely to the deaf people? I bring up the question, do deaf people adore the English language? For deaf, English is a really hard language. I have many comments I would like to answer. It got me thinking. And I know I'm not alone. There's many local deaf people that have the same problem. Since I've been to college, I've went around and looked at many of the problems that have arose. There's so much changing between the deaf language and the English language, such as the grammar and all of that sort of stuff. I want to help the deaf learn how to talk English, but English is just such a tough language. They get criticized and criticized, and for me, I just want to be independent. English has many issues that are hard to grasp for the deaf community. There was one example that I studied for a while that really got my attention. And really the issue is, how do deaf progress in the English language? I mean, you can read, but I don't know. Before 1992, I just hated English. At Gallaudet in 1999, I took up English 101 for a semester. I really liked the way this teacher taught me English skills. It was so clear and easy to understand. It helped me learn. The example was that English, you have all these words floating around up in your head. And you're thinking and thinking, and you come down and you grab one word. That's what the hearing culture tends to use. Deaf is quite the opposite. Deaf always goes straight to the point, and then they expand off of that and explain the point that they're trying to get across. And that's quite easy to understand. The hearing is quite different. It's a little more confusing for me. While they're talking, you have to wait, and finally they'll come up with the point, but it takes a little time. Sometimes I get the wrong concept and get confused on what the goal of the message is. the hearing and the deaf, or when hearing people try to sign, it becomes confusing and clashes. The way that the hearing culture and the deaf culture think are quite different. For deaf, we tend to use the storytelling method and create a story, and it flows really smooth. English is not like that at all. And so it got me thinking, how can I teach deaf how to speak proper English? I mean, you can write papers and practice English. You know, practice the different nouns, verbs, and adverbs and such. And type it out and practice. And you can get the gist of the message from practicing that way. But you gotta be motivated to learn the English language. And so I hope I've motivated you through this video. Thank you.